if you open a new business or if you are in the food service business, how much sense would it make to only open up let's say a virtual brand or a dark kitchen, or how important is having a physical location with a restaurant front of house part where you serve people and where you can build your own brand? Or do you say, no, if you would go into the industry, maybe preferably as a virtual brand or really as a true brand?
I mean, there's no good answer to that question, right? But like everything we do as humans, we tend to exaggerate a lot. So there is a place for everything, but go backwards on time 2 years, and it seemed that the whole world was going to be virtual, and nobody was going to ever visit a restaurant, and we were going to be doing all through delivery, and you could have infinite brands that didn't exist except for delivery everywhere. And obviously, that has proven not to be the case. Delivery, as I already said, is coming off, so it will be much bigger than in 2019, but it's not growing anymore. A lot of these business models were set up assuming growth for much longer and a scale that hasn't been reached. So the assumptions were wrong. It's not that nobody wants the food delivery anymore, but it's just that there's no eternal growth in there. And with regards to what the consumer wants, it depends what the choice is. Because if you are in a city where the choice is abundant, it's different than if you are in a small place where your choice is very restricted. But what I noticed is that although only virtual brands make sense in some cases, often brands that have started as delivery only and are successful actually choose to open also a bricks and mortar restaurant with seating places. So there must be something that makes the combined business more attractive. And of course, if you are a brand new brand, not known anywhere, and now there are competitors that are on the high street, maybe those have an advantage, because even if eventually the food is delivered from a central kitchen somewhere else, the consumer already has seen that and associated with a real restaurant. So there is, and for what I observe that the industry is doing, there seems to be an advantage of having a mixed business. Doesn't mean that virtual brands don't have a future anywhere. Of course they have, but it's much more selective than what it seemed to be, I don't know, only 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago. So that is something. And then we mustn't forget that the balance between on-premises and delivery and takeaway is nowadays shifting a little bit back towards a bit more on-premises on the street.